Action.
Alright, governors, what's going on? It's your boy Savage Gamer 68 back with another podcast. Sorry if you can't see my face, I got the mic in front of me. But today is another podcast episode, a Gamers Life podcast where we talk about things related to gamers and everything that we feel is important to our lives. And today's episode is gamer foods. Brian, how do you feel about today's episode?
I'll go with it.
I told him like 5 minutes ago before we started recording, so he didn't know about the topic until just now. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about foods that we like to eat when gaming. Cardinal sins of why we don't eat certain foods when gaming. Pretty much all that type of stuff, and even maybe food in general. I don't know, but yeah. So without further ado, let's get into our topic. Now, Brian, you've been playing video games a long time and everything.
Yep.
What console, like before we even talk about food, what was the console that you played a lot on or like have played in your life?
I played on a lot of consoles. I could name quite a few.
I mean, I would say list a few.
I would say I played the old Nintendo. I played 64, PlayStation 1, and Xboxes.
All right. Did you ever play like computer games?
Somewhat.
All right. So were you more of like mouse and keyboard or like a joystick?
I was mouse and keyboard actually.
He was a mouse and keyboarder. That right there is important because now if we put the food aspect, when you were, well, what was it, like younger or something like that, you would always, like, us gamers, we need to eat food like every single day. Not even gamers in general, but everybody needs to eat food. But here's the thing, there's a rule that you need to be able to take breaks, drink some hydration, and eat food when gaming. Because if you try and sit down for 8 hours a day, you're not going to be able to function properly without food and drinks and taking breaks. So I've learned that the hard way a few times. I've been playing games for 8, 10 hours without eating anything, and that can uh, cause you issues. I'm also playing my phone game on the side, so that's why you see me looking to the side. But there was that. Now, if we dive into food, which this whole topic is about, what type of food do you normally go to when you're playing video games? Because video games is a good thing. You can have games that cause you to be like happy, angry, sad, all that stuff, frustrated. So like, let's say you're playing a game, right? And it's a computer game. So you're sitting in your chair, sitting down with the screen. What's your go-to food?
I'd say mozzarella sticks, French fries, and all that's a lot.
So more like handheld food.
Yes. I know it's not good. I know it's not good. But that's what I do.
I mean, I used to do that too. I would grab plates of food, plates of dinner and all that stuff, or whatever I wanted to eat, and put it right on my desk. And then I was eating and all that stuff. But the problem is I was a messy person. So I would always have the food into the actual like keys and stuff, which was a bit of an issue when I realized later on, because what happens is that, let's say you eating a bowl of mozzarella sticks and you get the crumbs that fall into your keyboard. That's easy. All you have to do is just vacuum it or something like that, or put the keyboard upside down and just pat it in the back. But yeah, but if you get the cheese stuck into the keys, that's gonna be a big issue and everything, because then you'll eventually have the keys where they get stuck and you wouldn't know exactly what to do, which I have faced a few times. I think there's um one keyboard that I had when I was playing games that it got the one of the keys got stuck, so I couldn't actually do a certain move. I had to literally switch keys just to be able to do that. Um, but yeah, another thing. I would say, um, my brain is dead. I don't know, but go-to foods. I have a few and everything because when I was gaming, like food is good. Everybody loves food. We can't deny that. But I would only eat certain foods when I'm playing games and some of them when I'm not because of how messy it can be. So, what kind of food, like if you're playing console, what kind of food would you go to? Because the thing is you have the joystick and everything here.
And the buttons.
You got the buttons and you got the food. So what kind of food would you pair with the console?
Oh, I would say potato chips.
Potato chips? So
All,
more,
all, all, the, all they do is get the crumbs. The guy who's packing out the crumbs.
yeah. I mean, I would prefer that. Like, if you're gaming, let me put my hat backwards. If you're playing video games and stuff, and you're eating potato chips,
Yeah.
I've eaten a lot of chips in my life, and there's been a few good ones. What's one of your favorite chips?
Lay's potato
Lay's
chips.
potato chips. You like the original Lay's potato chips?
Yeah.
Mm. I'm not a Lay's potato chip fan.
Well, then, what are you?
Uh, when I was a kid, I used to rock with Doritos.
I had that sometimes too.
Doritos was good. I heard that they have like four other flavors.
They have spicy flavors too.
Yeah, they got the spicy flavor ones. They have like what was it, the mango jalapeno or something
Yeah,
like that?
something like that.
Yeah. There was that. Recently I just got into Takis because like the thing is like Takis is a good chip. Do you even classify it as a chip?
I don't know.
Because it's like a rolled up chip and
I don't know
everything.
if I consider that a chip or not.
Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Takis should be considered a chip? I mean, they probably are, but I don't know because it's like rolled. I mean, there are chips or snacks that are like swirls, and you got like the rolls and everything. Then you got the puffs. But I used to be a Takis fan and everything. Well, the thing was that I was not like now I'm a Takis fan, but when I was younger, I was never a Takis fan. Only because when I ate my first Taki, it was the lime, what was it, the jalapeno lime one? No, the chili lime, whatever the lime flavor was. It was that one. I tasted it and it was spicy. I'm not gonna hold the spice on that, but the lime is what threw me off. So I didn't really like find it interesting. And then one day I ate this new pack of chips and it was still Takis, but it was a different flavor. It was called Spicy Nacho. I tried it, bro. Changed my life. I think it was good. So I went and I asked for the location from a person that I know, and I asked them. I said, "Where do you find this?" Apparently they had someone that got it from like somewhere. They didn't know specifically, so I was like, "All right." So I went to Dollar Tree one day and I was looking through the aisle and I saw those same chips. I saw the Takis, so I took like 3 bags. But there was there was that, and then at my job they have new Taki flavors, intense nacho and ranch. Now I know some people are skeptical about ranch flavored items. I'm gonna just tell you right now, ranch flavored Takis are goaded. They're goaded. But my flavors that I like would be intense nacho, spicy nacho, and ranch. They do have, it was like some dragon chili one or sweet Thai chili, which I have to try. That one sounds like it's good. But chips I would say are a good snack to eat when gaming. Um I'm trying to figure out what other good foods cuz there's like so many ideas that you can have like french fries. Like we'll take french fries for instance. What type of french fries?
Crinkle cut. I like crinkle cuts.
Crinkle cut? Not gonna lie, I like crinkle cut. When I was younger, I used to like the Smileys ones
Hmm.
because they I don't know what's about them that tastes so good, but they had like some soft texture and it was just overall good. Like my French fries that I like are the crinkle cut because you can always get extra sauce with them because when you dip them, they have the little ridges and you can get the sauce. I like wedges. When I was in high school, I used to like the wedges ones. The only problem is I felt like the potato was undercooked from the cooks because I always had like that one huge hard chunk. Um, Waffle fries. Yo, waffle fries are goaded. Like I could eat nachos with just waffle fries, which is actually a good idea. You ever had um French fry nachos?
No, never had them.
Like it's the same exact thing as regular nachos, except you switch out the tortilla chips with French fries.
Yeah.
That was honestly the best invention that I've done because it was one day I was playing video games and I was like super hungry and I was like, you know what, let me just put a bunch of things in. You know, I wanted to be a little bit healthy, so I was like, let me just mix some stuff together and put it in a bowl and I'll just eat it. So I put French fries in it. I put like ketchup or barbecue sauce, whatever it was, and then I put like meat, cheese, some tomatoes, everything that's in nachos and all that stuff. And I ate it and I was like over this world. It was just crazy. Um, what other things have I had? There's like so many stories in food that I had, cause like what I would say is when you're eating and you're playing video games, there's a few things that you have to watch out for. One, the mess, because some foods can get messy. You know, you can have that good chicken wing that you like that has like a little bit of honey barbecue dressing or regular spicy, and you would eat it and feel good. But then at the same time, you would have your messy hands with all the sauce, and you would want to wipe it. You know, you're still wiping the hands and everything. But the problem is that when you wipe your hands after eating barbecue sauce, you're technically still messing up. And you're probably wondering, why am I messing up if I'm still wiping my hands? Because here's the thing, this is actually going to be a good idea. You might have to try this one day. When you're playing video games after you eat like some sort of messy food, whether it's saucy or anything like that, if you eat it with your hands and you still wipe it, you still have those oils and everything that can be put on your fingers. And when you go to grab your controller, because you might think, oh yeah, I wipe my hands perfectly fine. You might have even washed them. But what the thing you can't change is the actual texture of your fingertips.
What did he say?
Because if, let's say, me and Brian were able to go ahead and eat some spicy wings or something like that, and we have the sauce in our hands, we wipe it and all that stuff, that whole shebang, we would have a struggle holding our controller. Not by like a huge amount, but when we hold our controller and we try to move the joysticks and everything and press the buttons, we would feel a little bit of a slip with our reaction, which is honestly, I think eating messy food, you should eat messy food after or when you take a break from video games, because in that way your hands have a few minutes to dry. I mean, unless you dry it with a whole towel or something like that, where you got those ridges and everything. But I wouldn't recommend playing video games while eating like messy food because even even on keyboard and mouse, that sauce can still like yeah, you won't be able, you could just wipe it really quickly, but if you have one of those keys where the sauce actually goes into the keyboard, then you're gonna be basically messed up. But I wouldn't recommend eating saucy food when playing video games. I would recommend eating like handheld food, like Brian was mentioning, mozzarella sticks, French fries, anything that doesn't have a mess. I mean, you could eat mozzarella sticks with a fork, but that would just be morally wrong.
Yeah.
Cause like, who eat the only person that you would eat mozzarella sticks for is if it's like a fine dining restaurant, you know, 5 stars, Gordon Ramsay type. type stuff. But like eating mozzarella sticks with a fork, like not gonna lie, I actually used to pretend like I was fancy when I was younger. And every time we would go, me and my family, we would go eat pizza and everything. I never used my hands. I would always grab a fork and a knife and just try and just eat it like that. Like you ever done that before?
I've done it before somewhat.
Yeah, cause that's the thing. And I wasn't even gaming back then. It was more of I was eating food and I was trying to figure out what I was doing because I don't know if I probably didn't even know how to eat pizza back then. So I was like, let me just eat a fork and knife and all that stuff and get it down. But there was that was a good time. What else? Another thing I would say is like, was there any food like let's say you're playing video games, right?
Mhm.
And you go to a place in the game where they have vending machines and all that stuff or regular food, what game or like what food from a video game, like if you were able to have that in real life, what would you want?
Beats me. I don't know. Beats me.
Because like every game has a vending machine or has a food item. I mean, there was a game called Monster Hunter that I played. I think you've
Yeah,
heard about that.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And they had like a bunch of dishes and stuff that was prepared. They had like one that was like some sort of like steak or something like that. That would be good. I should have that one day. But I'm baffled by this topic because there's so many things that are right and wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, food is good. But when is it a time where food is okay to eat when playing video games? Like, I'm not talking about like you shouldn't eat food when playing video games. Just like what kind of foods? So like I wouldn't recommend eating. I mean, well, here's the thing. You can eat food, but try to lean towards the not messy side because all food is messy. No matter how you put it, no matter how you eat it, no matter how you look at it, it's always going to have its little damage done to you. Because I used to eat food everywhere and I would always see crumbs or something like that around. But trying to figure out trying to figure out a topic because like we have the Gamers Food podcast episode today, but there's one thing that I'm trying to stick into. Ah, I know what we can do.
2 hours later.
That's better.
There we go. There we go.
I'll open them back up later.
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw it was a white glare and everything, so I didn't know if that was gonna affect it. But there was that weird food craving. I think there was another time where I ate, because honestly, not gonna lie to you, I can crush a whole pizza. No matter what size it is, I can crush a whole pizza. It might take me a few hours, but I can crush a whole pizza. Um, there was another food that I liked. It was when I was younger. It was because I always ate pizza and everything. I wasn't really a healthy child and everything. I would always eat random stuff. But there was one time. Oh yeah, remember the GameCube Lounge? We went to GameCube Lounge.
Yeah,
We were eating food and all that stuff, and then it was the spicy chip challenge.
I remember you doing that.
Yeah. What happened was
You got sick.
I didn't get sick. No, it was the spicy wings at Cluck U that got me sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So because we basically we went you guys probably remember this or don't remember this, but we actually us we decided to do a marathon of videos and we ended up doing a an idea where we play games in the beginning of the day. We would do a spicy wing challenge and then we would do a podcast. And what happened was that ended up being a bad idea. Like, no, it was a good idea because you were there and everything.
Mhm.
The morning it was me, Matt, and Brian. We were playing Skylines Bowling, and what happened was we were just playing video games. I think there's gonna be. I'll show you a little clip of it, or not even a clip. I'll put the video up, like the links, so you guys can watch them. But we were playing games. Matt was salty because he didn't get the pineapple and everything.
It was sad.
He spent like 20 something dollars just for a pineapple
On that crane machine.
on that crane machine because we went bowling at first. It was all three of us.
Yeah, I won the bowling match.
Oh yeah, you won the bowling match. I think I came in first or second.
I came in first for bowling. I came in first.
Yeah, you came in first. Brian's the OG in bowling. I can't beat him and everything. Was there one time I beat you? No.
Oh, you beat me in boxing, though.
I beat you in boxing. That's it.
Fight night champion.
Yeah, there was that. And then after that, we played the mini arcades and all that stuff.
Then we went to Cluck You.
We went to Cluck You because that was another food spot that we went to.
The 911.
Yeah. So what happened was, I'm gonna give you guys a little backstory on that part because it's still related to our food topic and everything. Because gamer foods, the episode like you're listening to right now, it's not about just like video game consoles and everything. It's about like our because we're gamers. We've been gaming for like 15 something years and all that stuff, and we have a whole lot of stories. Like one of these days, if you want, put down in the comments below, and we'll make a whole story time of just like us talking about stories or even the backstories of certain videos.
Yeah.
And that would be a good video and all that stuff. I actually should make that into a title. But what happened was we went and we were hungry, but we also wanted to do the 911 challenge. So what that is that they have the hottest sauce in their facility. So we went there and it was we just got fresh out of bowling. You know, we had the bowling skills. We gave ourselves the hunger that we needed for food, and we went there. Tell me if I'm not wrong, but there was that one lady that was like, I don't know if she was homeless or if she was like an addict,
I don't know.
but there was the coworkers that told her to get out. I feel like you know this.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, the lady and everything that came to the sign, she was trying to buy like beer or something like that.
Trying to buy alcohol.
Yeah, the owner was like, "Yo, get out of here" or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
But we went there and the problem was the owner wasn't there, so we couldn't do the 911 challenge. So they were like, if you guys want, you could do your own. Big mistake.
And you did, and we did.
We did the whole thing. It was a big mistake because what happened was we ended up. So this is where we were wrong in the whole time. They went and they said, "How many wings do you want?" What was it? Like, was it like a 10 piece?
10. It goes up to like 50.
No, but I'm talking about like how much did we get? We got like a 10 piece, I think.
I didn't do the 911. I did it. I couldn't do it because
Yeah.
of my heartburn.
Yeah. I don't know I think it was like 5 or 10 piece. No, I think it was 7. It was
7. Probably
Yeah.
7.
I think 7 pieces or something like that. Whatever it was, because it wasn't 5 or 10. I know we had like a few pieces, and we ended up getting their 911 sauce.
You guys did. I
Yeah.
didn't.
Brian got, what would you got spicy buffalo?
Just spicy buffalo.
Yeah, he got the buffalo wings. This man wanted to go safe. He was there with the video and everything, and
Yeah, I witnessed it.
yeah, we were eating the food, and what happened was when we ordered it, well, we weren't eating it just yet. We ordered the food, and the guy goes, he's like, all right, it's gonna be like a 15-minute wait or something like that, 10 minutes, however long they wanted. This man goes and tells his employees, like, yo, they're doing the sauce and everything. Just go all out. This man, not gonna lie, I don't know if it's in the video or if it's not, but the guy goes, grabs the tenders. We were dumb to get tenders because we wanted boneless, but we should have just gotten bone in because it would
Yeah.
be more smaller and we can actually do the challenge. So that was our big mistake right there. We got boneless. The chicken tenders were like this long,
Oh, yeah.
and we ended up well, the funny part is we watched them because they had the open kitchen and all that stuff. So we were watching them, The guy grabs the tenders, sticks them in a bucket with the sauce, and just shakes it up like crazy. And it was just like we were watching it, and he was like, I told Matt, he was like, "Yo, bro, he put the boneless wings in the sauce, and he was like, "You're lying." I'm like, "Nope." So they grabbed it, put it in a plate, like they just dumped the whole thing in the plate, and they were like, "All right, guys, here's your challenge. You do whatever you do." So me and Matt had a challenge. Was first one to eat all of them wins, and we ate the first wing. We ate the. I don't even. I don't know if you consider it wings anymore. If it's not like, if it's like this long. So with chicken tenders, we'll call it chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Um, we ended up getting the tenders. Started eating. Brian's over here behind us. This man's just watching us. Well, no, you were recording it.
I was recording it, yeah.
You were recording it the first half because we also let you eat your wings too.
Yeah,
And then
I do my wings, yeah.
yeah. So Brian was recording it. He had his wings right behind us. He was basically like, so we were here, he was right behind us. And we're over here, Brian's recording and everything. We're just sitting here. We started eating the tenders. First bite, nothing. Right?
Second bite?
Second bite, a little bit. Third bite, gone.
Off the charts.
Off the charts. I'm talking about like we were dying. You could see Matt's face was completely red. And then
Was your face red too?
my face wasn't red, but it was more like the sauce because I had sauce all over my mustache and over my lips, and it was like the actual essence and the smell of the sauce got to me, and it was just like all over crazy. And then what happened was, did we have water? No, I feel like we didn't have any drinks. I have to rewatch that episode. But
I don't think you had water, because water doesn't help. Water does not
yeah,
help.
we didn't have anything to drink during that whole thing, so we just straight ate them. No, we did have ranch sauce.
Ranch?
We did have ranch. It was like either blue cheese or ranch that we had.
I did blue cheese for my wings.
Yeah, we had some sort of sauce to help cool it down, but we started eating them, and then like the guy told us like don't touch your eyes or anything like that. So
Yeah, don't touch your eyes.
we followed that rule. We started eating like two, three. Once we got to the third one, that's when all hell broke loose because we went and I tried to hiccup. I ended up like swallowing air or something like that because you can hear like me making a weird sound during that video. And then we went. Matt was like dying. I think he like his stomach was like all upset and everything. And after like the third wing, after the third tender, I ended up feeling sick because of all the spice. So I actually ended up throwing up in the bathroom. And it wasn't a pleasant experience because what happened was I was actually walking to the bathroom and I threw up a little bit in my mouth. As soon as I went to the bathroom, I just shot right there. Luckily, I actually made it. I made it into the bathroom. And then after that, the funny part is if you were there, you would actually see what happened. But like after we got done filming, Brian was over here smiling and happy. He's just like, I didn't do the challenge.
I didn't want
Yeah, he was watching us struggle and like and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
we got to go boxes because we couldn't finish it and all that stuff.
I couldn't finish mine either.
Yeah. Well, yours you had later and everything.
I had because I couldn't finish it all in
Yeah.
one shot.
And we ended up eating them later. The problem was we also fooled our parents and everything and told people that we know like, "Yo, try this tender." Bro, it was like so on fire that everybody just started getting milk. But the funny part is to that story, there was there was something that also happened later that day, which I'll also get into. What happened was we went to Walmart to do the podcast. The podcast was us like traveling around, so you would hear us talking while we're walking around and everything. So just get like a memo. It's almost like a podcast vlog. So you got to hear what we were doing and also hear everything else. But we went there and I wanted to buy a video game.
You bought Sea of Thieves.
I bought Sea of Thieves.
That requires a
Requires
gold membership.
Gold membership, which I don't have on my Xbox, so I kind of messed up. But I didn't realize that until I actually got it. So what happened was we had to go to customer service, and
Return it.
yeah, we had to return it because I couldn't play it, which I didn't know that it required gold membership. I thought it was just required internet. So we went over there, we checked it, and we're just standing in line. There's like we think 5 people in front of us, and I go and I had an itch in my eye. So I go, scratch my eye, or like not scratch my eye, but like rubbed it, and my eye started burning. And I was like, why is my eye burning? You were there.
Yeah.
And what happened was, if you watched the previous video, we did the Clucky challenge. We went to the Walmart thing. The problem was the reason why my eye was burning is when I rubbed my finger across my like right on my eye, I still had sauce like in the crevices of my fingers. So I basically was walking to the guest services lady with like one eye, and I was like, "Hi, ma'am, can I return this game?" Did they ask what was wrong with me? Because I
I
feel
don't
like the
know.
one lady was like, "You good?" But yeah, I had to like go because my eye was also burning. I had to like rub my eye with like my clothes and everything.
Yeah.
But that was a fun um food journey. There was also um there was one time where I ended up playing video games and I had a whole pizza, and after I ate the pizza I was perfectly fine, and then 1 hour later I ended up like start slowly zoning out. So I was like I had a video game controller in my one hand, and then I had the pizza in the other hand, and after I ate the pizza I was like this. It was like zoning out. I woke up like 1 hour later and I was like, huh? Turn off my Xbox right there. But there was that. What other? I have so many good stories. There was one time where I don't remember, but like I had I had a certain food item that I had. It was good.
I don't know.
There was one time. Well, actually, there was plenty of times. But you ever had a food item like gaming or like just sitting around that it was so good that it put you to sleep?
No.
You didn't have that like that one food item that like you ate it and then you felt like your body was getting tired after that.
I mean, sometimes.
What was that food item?
I don't remember.
Because like I feel like certain foods like certain foods. What about drinks? Let's talk about that and everything. Like we'll put off the food topic, drinks wise. Like,
I would drink energy like Red Bull, Monster,
cause like
and Coca-Cola.
cause like when you're playing video games, you need a food and a drink and everything. The food could be anything. I would say don't like I said, no messy foods. But the drinks is also important because you got to stay hydrated. Now, when I was playing video games, I was never really drinking like water. It was just mostly like iced teas or sodas and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff that you could have. But there was like a few times where I ended up like here's the thing. When I'm playing video games in the morning, you know, I always try and find something to drink. I would always get like chocolate milk because
Yeah.
there's something with chocolate milk that hits different. Because like you probably noticed this or something like that. Um, like if you're drinking two different flavored milks, you can
Yeah.
feel like one's more heavier than the other.
Yeah.
Because what happens was, like, don't get me wrong, milk is good, but like I like chocolate milk and everything. Chocolate milk is good and all that stuff. But I feel like it's one of those things where it feels a little heavy, so you can only have it like at certain times, the day or during the week. But I always used to have chocolate milk in the morning when I would go play video games. I was playing like PC Wizard 101. And
You was playing League of Legends.
I was playing League of Legends and everything.
I remember that game.
Yeah. There was oh my, bro, now it's time to bring back memories. There was in college, because I also graduated college. It was we went you weren't there, but this was our scheme. Me and my friend John had a whole scheme where we were at my professor's class. It was like some web design class and everything. And we would go there. They had a microwave in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
We would always sit in the corner of the room because we would grab food from our house and just bring it to the classroom and have it. So I would bring there was a few times I brought a calzone because what happened was we would come to class 10 minutes early so that we can go into the classroom, heat up the food, and do whatever web design thing we had to do. Because we also played video games on the side too. So we had like one tab was like the actual web design thing, and then the other tab was like us playing cool math and everything. So we went there, and every time I would go and I would sit down, I would say, "Yo, John, you got the stuff?" He was like, "Yeah." So you pull out a food item. I think my food items were like so crazy and so weird. Like the one time I had two calzones that I brought in, like perfectly fine. Professor actually started smelling it because like the food aroma started hitting the front of the classroom, and he was like, "Yo, who's cooking?" But we did that. There was one time where I brought frozen broccoli, bro.
Like steamed broccoli.
It was the steamed broccoli that had the flavor and
Oh.
everything. So it was like the chili broccoli or something like that. But like it was something about it that was good because I think it was like cold or I was no, I had the concussion. I had a concussion during that whole time. So I brought steamed broccoli, put it in the microwave. The problem was I didn't have any place to put it, so I just like put the bag on a piece of paper towel or the little um black trays that they had, and I just ate it like that.
Yep.
There was one time that he made macaroni and cheese, but like the Dollar Tree mac and cheese with the cup and everything.
Yeah.
There was one time where he took off the plastic or like put half of it up and he put it for like I think 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The whole plastic melted and everything, and it went to the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
So he was eating mac and cheese. Some of it was good, some of it had plastic in it. So he was like, "Yo, my food items, bro. This is just garbage." Mind you, I'm over here eating like calzones, eating a bunch of other stuff. So I was like feasting like a king in there. And then there was one time where I brought donuts, where I went all over the place. And mind you, we were playing mouse and keyboard games. So we would make sure that we made no mess. Um then there was one time where we ate because he used to work. I don't know if he still works there, but he makes pizzas and everything as a job and all that stuff. So he went there, and we told him we're like, "Yo, what should we do for the last day of class? What should we eat?" And he was like, "I don't know. We could think of something. We were thinking of making chicken wings for
Yeah.
everybody. We were gonna grab an air fryer. We're gonna bring chicken wings, the whole 9 yards." The problem was he was like, "I am not bringing myself a bag of frozen chicken wings for this class." So we ended up, since he works at pizza place, we ended up ordering pizza. So, and we didn't want the professor because we found out that he's like not veganish, but he wanted like veggies and stuff, and he was like all about that. So like, you know what? Let's make him custom pie. We made a custom veggie pie, and we go over there. We ordered like 6 pies or something like that. Just
6 pies.
six pies for the whole class and everything. And I rickrolled him too, the professor.
Yeah.
We ordered 6 pies. We came to class early, bro. He had like the whole delivery package and everything, and like like the box and everything where they stick the pizzas in it and keeps them warm.
Yep.
So he had that. We ended up going to the classroom. We sat down. We put the pizza. Um, because what happened? We made an ongoing joke where it would be um, our professor. His name was Nick. and all that stuff. And we ended up having it to where I made a website or made a little assignment. I had to do an assignment, and we would do it where it's the professor would test it, and I would say on the actual like web page, is it like did he like professor tested, was it approved? And I would have the professor try to prove it. So we did an ongoing joke from that, and we were like, you know what? Let's get the pizza, put it in the front of the desk, have a sticky note saying like, I forgot what we put on the note, but we put like special. Oh yeah, it was special delivery and everything. And then we opened the box that we put, Nick tested, Nick approved,
Yeah.
and we wanted the professor to taste it to see if it was good. Bro, I'm telling you, this professor, we're sitting with the five pies in the back room. The professor goes in, students are coming in. He literally goes to the hallway and he's like, "Yo, did y'all do this? Everything?" And the guy's like, "No, I didn't do that and everything." So me and John were in the back room. We were like, "Yo, maybe you should try that pizza." Bro,
Maybe you should. Maybe you should.
it sounded so sketchy when we said it, but we told him you should try try that pizza, and he was like, "We made it," and he was like, "Oh, thanks, I made this for lunch." So we go, students come in, we're over here just showing our websites that we made and everything, having pizza. Not gonna lie, bro, I think I ate like 2 pies of pizza, cause I went and I kept eating a slice, and kept eating a slice, keep eating a slice. And everyone was like, "Yo, share something, bro." Nobody was going for slices. There was maybe like 6 or 7 people that came in for slices, and we ended up eating like 2 boxes. So there were still like other boxes, and then there was more boxes like later on. So we ended up with like 3 boxes of pizza. I actually took one and I brought it to the dorm because my girl was over here sitting in the dorm, and I brought pizza for them and their roommate. So we did that, and then the rest of the pizza, you're probably wondering what do we do with the rest of it? We actually put it in the computer lab for everyone to eat, and I think I went back for more pizza. So my sodium level, bro, was like so high. I ate like roughly 2 pies of pizza.
Damn.
I,
You
I
must
was
have been really sick.
I wasn't sick. It was mostly like I was just eating a ton of food and I was just hungry. But that was my story. You ever had you have any good food stories, One Gaming? Any good food
Uh,
stories?
I don't think so. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I can't.
There was we you know what, one of these days we should have a mukbang
A
where
what?
so a mukbang is basically where you get a bunch of food and you either react or you watch food or you watch things or you play things. So it's like a whole table of food and you just eat a bunch of food while you enjoy whatever you're doing. So like if me and you were to go play wrestling and all that stuff, we would
Yeah.
have a bunch of food lined up and we would just eat and play at the same time.
And fight, right? And fight.
Yeah, and fight.
Yeah, but
But
I always beat you at wrestling. I've always
yeah,
beaten you.
you always beat me in wrestling and everything. But
I'm the best wrestler yet.
I think it's because I don't have enough brain power in the morning. You know, I should
Well, you
I
should
should
practice. Get the game and practice.
no, I'm not gonna practice. I rather do it here, but I think I should eat like some like brain food
No, no,
in the
you should
morning.
practice wrestling. If you want to beat me so bad, you got to practice.
We gotta do that. But yeah, I speaking back to the original like what we talked about before, like messy food. It has like don't get me wrong, messy food is good and everything.
Yeah, it is.
You know, everybody it's considered comfort food. And I wouldn't eat I'm probably saying this like over and over again, but I wouldn't eat certain foods when gaming. That's my thing. The funny part is here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's only one exception ever that you can eat food and play video games at the same time. Like no matter what the food is. You probably are gonna realize this, but out of all the consoles that I have played in my years, I think the best console to eat food in is the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because the Nintendo Wii, you can play a game. Well, here's the thing. Certain games require the nunchuck and everything. Certain games require just the actual
Wii remote.
Wii remote. But I feel like you playing with just the Wii remote is a good thing. Like, if you ever are able to play a video game without having to worry about choosing between the food or the game controller, that's honestly my best opinion. Because,
It's like you have a choice.
yeah, you have a choice and everything. And look, let's say right now I'm playing Wii Sports. You probably remember this.
I remember Wii
Yeah,
Sports.
Wii
Yeah.
Sports and everything. You could play like golf and everything.
Bowling.
Bowling and all that stuff.
Boxing.
Well, boxing you need the nunchuck and everything.
Yeah.
But
You can also play tennis.
yeah, you can do those types of games, but you would always have your one hand opened, and like you could play Wii Sports, you could play tennis and all that stuff,
Even golf.
and you can just go ahead and just grab whatever foods. Like honestly, I feel like that would be a good idea is playing games that have like you where it's not too much of you playing the game, it's more of like you having open areas to eat food. So like Nintendo Wii, you have one hand open, you can eat all the food you want. Um I would say cuz I also play mobile gaming, mobile games that require you to not touch the screen, so like tower defense games and everything. You probably played a few tower defense games in your life.
I play Tetris.
Tetris and everything.
That's like making a puzzle tower. Making a puzzle tower.
I mean, Tetris you can um play with one hand because you it's only the arrow keys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Like I for food wise, I would only eat foods. Well, I mean, eat food in general. You know, you're hungry and all that stuff. But I would say, depending on what type of game or console you play, can depict what you can eat. So like, yeah, you're playing console, you can eat like a few mozzarella sticks here and there, but you'll still have the little oil and grease. But like my one favorite game that I end up eating, like there's a few times where I like to eat and it's like if I'm in the lobby, right, and I'm just waiting for the game to load, I'll take a few bites here and there of a certain item. But if it's like a hot food, I would want to eat that before I end up going to play the game. But if it's like chips or something like that, I would always snack on it when my character dies or when it's the loading screen. There's a few games where I like to eat food like like if I'm playing League of Legends, you know, they have the timer countdown of when your character can respawn and all that stuff. I would eat food when it goes to the loading screen. Um, one of the games that I feel like I have the most mobility to eat food is Wizard 101.
I don't play that one.
Wizard 101, literally the only thing you need to play that game is the arrow keys of the keyboard and a mouse. That's it. Because you get to choose like your spell, then they have the animations.
I
Like
couldn't afford to play Wizard One.
like there, I could literally just sit back
Yeah.
with some whatever food, like French fries and all that stuff, barbecue. Well, actually, yeah, here's the thing: barbecue. If you're playing mouse and keyboard and it's a turn-based game, that could be an exception because you're not really worried about the fingertips, like I mentioned before. I would worry about the how your fingers. What the fuck? What is fingers? What your
What is Bengals?
yeah, what your fingers feel like when playing controller. If you're playing a computer game and it's like a turn-based game, then you don't have to really worry about that mess because it's a turn-based game and you can wipe your hands, you can eat food, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Wizard One is a good game to where I feel like I have the most freedom to eat anything I want because I can grab a sandwich when it's well. Here's the thing: I would make sure that you have something under you because if I'm eating a sandwich and I'm playing like a game on the computer, that food could just all the oils and stuff can just drip down into the keyboard and it can still cause a mess. Like you're probably gonna remember this, but there was one time, well, there's a few times where I've been playing games and I would eat food, but the problem was that it was so messy that it just dripped onto the keyboard, and I'm like, I have that like oh crap moment, so I just wipe it really quickly, and then everything just starts slowly going down the crevices.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a. There's a few times like I feel like eating food when gaming, like well, it's not required, but I would recommend it. Drinking too, like waters, sodas, anything to keep yourself hydrated is a must. You know, Gatorade, because you be sweating when you're playing games, even especially if the game's intense. But yeah, food is pretty much everything. But I feel like we should definitely eat more food when playing games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's definitely a must. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. You know, it's we had our few brain moments and everything, which I might make that into like a little edit
Yeah.
or something like that. But we had our brain moments. Stay tuned for the next episode. I don't know specifically when that episode's gonna be, but it's going to be favorite childhood games and everything.
Hey.
So that one I might have a little conversation on. And then the um the next topic after that is um which one should I do? Uh-oh moments or being unprepared? I feel like I'll do unprepared after that, but hopefully you guys gained some knowledge from this, you know, or just was happy to listen to us. We didn't know exactly what to talk about, so it was all random. So you might see a little bit of edits and jump cuts, but it's your boy Savage Gamer 68 with the homie Brian out here
Yep.
doing
Yep.
podcasts. Um, stay tuned for more. Stay savage, stay a gamer, and just know my stomach was rumbling this whole time talking about food. Like I'm not even lying.
Oh,
I
me
might
too.
I might want some pizza, bro. I might get pizza. But we'll see you guys in the next one. Also, before this video ends, I did post up a um a poll previously about the new intros and outros and the old ones, and I saw people say yes. So I think I kind of worded that completely wrong, but like not the question, but the answers. So I did make a new intro and I did make a new outro. I will put that in a video next week, and I will let you guys decide which one would be better to put for the future. Like, as soon as that video uploads, whichever one gets the most votes will be the new or old intro and outro. But stay tuned next week. I will release that footage in a video, and hopefully, you guys choose my new intro and outro. But see you guys in the next one.